Hi guys, welcome back again. Um, on this session again, we're gonna continue with the maps. We're gonna be looking at this one again, which is similar to the three videos, but now this one guy is going to be very short and straightforward. And yeah, let's go. Now here is a question that we have. Question number 2. It says here Joyce wants to drive from Pretoria to Gaborone to visit her grandparents so that they can celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary together. She found a map shown below that will help her navigate her journey. Use the information as well as the map above to answer the question that follow. Now let's go about that. Now here the question says identify the type of map shown above. Obviously is this map here, the one that I've put this side here. So what type of a map is this one? So your answer, therefore, by now you should know this is a let me try to increase the size of this. So by now you know this is a okay, yeah. Okay, this is a strip map, or if you like you can say chart. So this is a strip chart. So that was so simple again. And now let's look at the next question here. It says here 2.1.2 says list all the national roads displayed on the map for Botswana region. So now let's look at this map here. Right, so if we look at this map, you can pick up that on this map there's actually 3 countries that are shown here. There's Namibia here, and then this line here definitely represent the borderline. So once you jump this line, therefore there is Botswana here, and then in Botswana it goes until it ends on this line. This line is a borderline, and then up here we have South Africa. So therefore we have 3 countries that are appearing on this strip map. But the question says here, list all the national roads. Now the national road displayed on the map for Botswana region. So we're going to focus on this Botswana region. So the region that we want to focus on is this region here in Botswana. So, but now they're looking for national road. So you remember that in the previous videos that we have done, these pentagons here, these pentagons that you see here, they are representing the national road. So the national road number 1 on Botswana, we're gonna these are the 3 national roads here. It says list all, therefore that means you have a national road A1, and then the other one is going to be A2, the other one is going to be A3. So then that is your 3 marks, therefore that's where it's going to come from. We're going to come from this. But if we're talking about South Africa, definitely it's going to be N1 and N4. These are the national road that you see here. But if they're talking about Namibia, Namibia, there's B1 and B6. Those are the national routes that are found in Namibia. But now let's move on to the next question here. It says determine the distance between Zeerust and Lobotswe. Yeah, Lobotswe in kilometers. So on this map, if you check the distance here, it's already in kilometers, guys. So, but you need to look for Zeerust. So here is Zeerust here. Zeerust is on this side. So as you can see here, so according to this, it's on to 221 from Pretoria. And then where is Labuts? And then Labuts and then is somewhere in Botswana. So here, that's where you find it there. Okay, let me bring it back to where you can see it closer. So now here is Zerast, here is Labuts, and then they say calculate the distance between these two points. So now you're going to use either you're going to use this point here, the difference between these two, or you're going to use the difference between these two on the right. So it's any of these two, they must give you the correct answer. So number one, to calculate the distance here, you can say 279 minus 221, and then this, it's supposed to give you 58 kilometers. Or you can use the other side on the right. When you're using the side on the right, so the distance increases as you go this side. Therefore, you can also use 1,165 minus 1,107. So also this is supposed to give you the same distance. So that is your answer for that one. You get your 3 marks by just writing any of these two. Now, here we go now to this part of the question. Now it says that on her way back from Gaborone to Pretoria, Joyce left at 18:20. This is a 12-hour format time. It's very important to note that. And then this is calculate her arrival time if she was traveling at an average speed of 120 kilometers. So now this is, you may use the following formula. So now here's the formula, and the formula has already been arranged for you. Time is the subject of the equation, and then distance divided by speed. So therefore, this is the formula that we have. So we must calculate the arrival time. So that means you need to find the traveling time. What was the traveling time from Gaborone to Pretoria? But now, before that, also we need to also find the distance from between these 2 points. So what is the distance from Gaborone to Pretoria? So we need to find the distance there. So what is the distance now? Let's calculate it very quickly. So now, if we look for the distance now, in this case, what would be the distance now? Let's look at it. From Gaborone. So where is Gaborone? Therefore, here, I'm going to try to highlight it. Gaborone, it's here. Yes, it's here. And then where is Pretoria? And then Pretoria is here. It's on this position here at the bottom. So the distance between Gaborone to, so from the distance from here, from Gaborone to Pretoria, and then if you check carefully there, you're gonna notice that Gaborone is more inside. It is not on this main road. So Gaborone, from Gaborone to Labotso, and to get the main road there, the distance is also given there as 45. So that means from Gaborone you must come to the main road, which is A2. This is a highway, national road. And to get to A2, which is the same as N4, so you will travel 45, and then plus the distance from here. So the distance from this point, from this vertical side, and then coming here to the bottom. Yeah, my line is very bad. And the distance that you're gonna find here, the distance from this point here. Yeah, the distance that I'm talking about, this point here, this yellow line here. So the distance there from this point, if maybe you can count it like from Pretoria to here, to this Labotso, which is this line here. So you can find that the distance, it is about 200. It is 279. That means distance from Pretoria to Labotso is 279. But from here, from Labotso to Gaborone, therefore is plus, you're gonna say plus 45. Therefore, this would give us a total distance of 324 kilometers. So that's a total distance. Yes, there's other method of calculating the distance also. The other method that you can also use to calculate the very same distance. Yeah, you can find the difference of these two. The difference of these 2 points here, which is, you can either say in bracket 1 386, the distance from here to this point, and you find the difference of those two, which is 117, and then you find the difference of that, and then plus 45. Therefore, you still get 324 kilometers. So it's still the same. The distance is still the same, the kilometers. So that's what you're going to get. Now that is our distance, and then we already have the distance. The speed is already given to us there. Here is our speed there, which is 120. So what is the time it will travel? The traveling time, therefore. So what would be the traveling time? So the traveling time, therefore, the traveling time, therefore, is going to be distance, which is distance is equals to how much? How much is our distance? It is 324 divided by the time. The speed is 120. So therefore, it will give us. It's going to give you something. If you put in your calculator, it's going to give you 27 over 10. And now you don't leave your answer like this because you're looking for time. So make sure that you press SD if you're using Casio, then this, so that you write it as a decimal. This as a decimal is going to give you 2.7 hours. So yeah, it's very important that I explain this part here, because most of you guys, some of you, let me not say most, but some of you guys, you make a mistake in saying that this is 2 hours and 7 minutes. No, this is 2.7 hours. So the other hours are not full, but you have a remaining few minutes to make it a complete hour. So what you need to do when you get something like this, because you need to write the especially what the you have to calculate the arrival time. This is here. I forgot to read the last part here, because the last part says what? Calculate her arrival time if she was traveling at an average speed of 120. So we are calculating the average time, arrival time now. So now, what you need to do here, make sure that you convert these few hours into minute. These few hours are into minute. But when you get to this 2.7, you're going to press SD. Definitely, when you press SD, it's going to give you 2.7.